Yo, what's up, boys and girls? SwoleTrain. I'm back again on the video. So today we have an October 2019 Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list to look at and go over. I wanted to give you guys my genuine and real reaction, live reaction to this because I have not seen it. I've been staying away from spoilers. I've been trying to get off Twitter. I've been trying to get off social media. You guys have been tagging me at Swolelax on Twitter and also my comment section, which I do appreciate a lot. Telling me the new news, telling me, yo, Swolelax, this ban list is sick. And I cannot wait to see it. I was sitting here eating some Cheez-Its, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, there's a new ban list coming out. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in this ban list. Actually, before we do, I initially was going to be posting the YCS Dallas deck profile that I played there. If you guys do not know, we did very, very well, and I'm very happy with how we performed. The small things here and there, of course, but you know what? I thought we did pretty well for our first YCS. But if this video gets 50 likes, and I'll drop that deck profile early. I'll let you guys know the spice, and I'll show off what I played. I had a very good time playing. I think you guys might like it. It's actually a fan favorite. But with that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like if you want some more. Please subscribe and go on videos coming in the pipeline. Let me know what you guys think of this new ban list in the comment section down below, rather. I will be clicking right into it now. So, first time opening this up. Let's see this loading. See what we can get. Okay, so this is going to be effective from October 14th, 2019, so just in a couple days, and it'll remain into effect January 13th is the no sooner date. Interesting, that's a long ways away. So let's see, it's October, November, December, January. Ooh, 4 months? It's about the same as this one, I guess, from July. Okay, so let's check the new stuff in. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Here we go. Oh, wait, 2 new things. First one, Link Monster, is Guard Dragon Argapane. Okay, Argapane is interesting here because I figured that people will want LP banned. Of course, they've been calling for LP ban, LP ban, LP. But Argapane kind of skips the conversation a little bit, at least now. I know last ban list people were saying ban Argapane, and I think this is actually the best hit for it because, you know, having LP in the format's actually not too terrible. Like, yeah, it summons out things from the deck for free, and that kind of sucks. But ultimately, having Guard Dragon Argapane ends on much less intimidating boards, and in addition to that, also helps get away from these crazy boards of just like Red Hot Dragon Archfiend, and also with the Hermetic Seals. And so you kind of have to play around it a little more. Sure, you can still go into Saryuja with things like LP, which is great. I think it's actually kind of the point is keeping LP in the game because you can get to Saryuja and Turbo Saryuja faster, which we guys do know is coming out instead of the Dual Devastator. So Argapane, I think, is a pretty fair hit. I think people were expecting this for a little while now. Actually, you've been kind of seeing Guard Dragon's game played less and less. But you have still some engines like the Crusadia Guard Dragons and even some Danger Thunder Crusadia Guard Dragons. But, you know, I think Guard Dragon Argapane is a pretty solid hit to the deck. Makes those boards a lot less powerful. And some of the things from the extra deck, especially those powerful big bodies with negations, is a little bit scary. I think it's just a little bit too much. So Argapane, out there. Get the axe. First axe. All right, second axe, Nightmare Mermaid. Okay, so Mermaid, I think, was on the chopping block for a bit. People have been outcrying, saying that Mermaid needs to get banned, Mermaid needs to get banned. And this is the second Nightmare monster to get banned. Understandably so. This thing has been causing problems since the Goki format, being able to push summon Nightmare Ibli and Nightmare just monsters and Orcus currently now from the deck. Super degenerate inside of things like the Dark Warrior Turbos and the Gokis. This card is pretty nutty. So I think essentially summoning from the deck is kind of what we are seeing the problem with this one. Similar to Argapane, except for a little bit different. I know it's the thing about LP, but Mermaid did allow a lot more consistency to the Orcus decks than required because, you know, you can still play the Orcus decks with things like the Orcus Galtea and also with Dingirsu and Longirsu, all that jazz. And having Nightmare Mermaid out of the format makes those decks less consistent and less things like Cyber Dragon Orcus and more like Orcus with Cyber Dragons. You feel me? Because right now people are playing like one-ofs of all the Orcus monsters and then the Link monsters, but now they kind of have to build a dedicated Orcus deck. I think going second Orcus and then pure Danger Orcus is still going to be a thing. Because the Orcus engine is actually still pretty good. You can summon Dingirsu, Borosor Dragon like crazy. So I think that's kind of where they're going with this. Banning Mermaid definitely takes down these decks that can just apply any 2 monsters to the Orcus engine and make it more of just Orcus as an archetype as a deck, which I think still will probably be pretty good. But hitting Mermaid, it's a long time coming, guys. Long time coming. So that is phenomenal. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing. Okay, so nothing else on the forbidden list. That seems kind of light. I think that some other things, I don't think anything else is kind of problematic in the format currently. I know a lot of people were saying like ban some certain Sky Striker cards and you know, take out Super Poly and blah blah blah, but I think that's actually kind of a light list. It kind of addressed the problems currently. Argapane is a light slap, I think, to the Guard Dragon engine, but overall, I think Mermaid is actually a pretty good hit for the Orcus decks and for the Nightmare engine. Long time coming, again. Limited, let's do the limited. Limited... Oh, here we go. Sky Striker, Mecha, Widow Anchor. Okay, that's kind of weird. So I don't really get this one. This one's a little bit weird. So I understand maybe having multi-roll to recur those values from the graveyard and getting the several Widow Anchors, getting like 2 or 3 in your hand and 1 on the field or all that kind of stuff. And essentially your revolving door of negations and also material to take. I get that. I get that. But I think with Widow Anchor at 1, it definitely hurts the deck in more of a control style. And I definitely know with the new support that just got announced that I guess they're trying to trade this for that. They're trying to say, okay, well, we're taking down Widow Anchor, which is a generic targeting and negation and taking, and we want to make it a little harder to get to the negation. You want to make it so where Sky Striker still have that negation available with the new Sky Striker Ace Monster, but also that you have to play some of the other cards like Jamming Waves and also the, what's the other one, Afterburner as well. So, interesting hits. I think this is a very strange hit for Sky Strikers. A lot of people were expecting things like Engage to hit, or even Ray, Kagari. Not Kagari. Ray, Shizuku, that's the one. Shizuku. So I have been hearing a lot of that. I don't think anyone's really been talking about Widow Anchor though, and I'm glad it's hit. I think semi-limited probably would have been enough. I think the deck can function at semi-limited enough if you take all the key pieces, but Widow Anchor, I don't really know how I feel about this one, but I guess I get it, but you know, it's going to be really, really weird. That's going to be really, really weird to see that. I think Sky Strikers are still going to be insane, but yeah, I'll place that one in the weird category. Alright, so semi-limited cards. We've got Dad. Dad's at 2. Guys, Konami's given us 2 dads. So Dark Arm Dragon, I think, was a long time coming. Similar to something like BLS, this card is pretty good, and probably will be seeing some experimentation with certain Guard Dragon combos and maybe even some dark decks trying to play this guy. I think at 1, it wasn't really doing a whole lot, and now that we have 2 dads, I think that, you know, honestly, it's just going to be seeing the same treatment as like Chaos Emperor Dragon of the Envoy of the End, and I did read ahead there for that, and also for BLS, where it's like, it's going to be all right. We'll see experimentation, but I don't think it's going to be doing too much, so 2 dads now, that's sick. You guys ever notice how we have only have Wall of Revealing Light still limited? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Okay, so dads are now at 2. Now on to the Freedom list at 3. Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy at the End, no longer on the list, was semi-limited. I think it makes sense. This card wasn't really doing a whole lot. You know, generic rank 8 spam, I think, was pretty much the extent of this card. It wasn't really being used for its effects, which is kind of nice. And yeah, I think there's just better Chaos monsters out there right now. And currently, Envoy of the End ain't that great. The new Pendulum card that was the prize card is better, and the Chaos Dragon Levineers is also better as well. Moving on, Destiny Hero Malicious. So sick. Yes. Okay. So, oh man. Okay. So this one's actually really funny because I'm excited. Because I think I've mentioned this guys before, that Heroes took a huge hit with the abusing of this card from the Dark Warrior decks, being able to spam out the non-once per turn effects, being used for Link material, for Gumbar Dragon, for Rongo Bongo. Actually, I think it was Gumbar Rongo Bongo, whatever. Anyways, Destiny Hero Malicious at 3 is definitely something that's going to be strengthening Heroes, which is phenomenal, but it's also going to be abused by the Dark Warrior decks and going to be abused by some other crazy cards. Now, I know we have Nibiru out. I know we have things like Super Poly and Dark Ruler and more to make those decks a little more tame, but Destiny Hero Malicious at 3 is not only kind of dangerous, but also phenomenal. So you could say Destiny Hero dangerous. Anyways, Mali at 3, very excited about. Okay, Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. Monarch kind of suck, so that's whatever. Elantira Stratos is finally free. Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. I think this is a really good hit, a really good thing for Heroes. Now, how much will Stratos be played at 3? I have no clue, because technically speaking, we still have Hero Lives at 1, which I definitely think needs to come out at least as semi-limited, but whatever. Elantira Stratos, it's a long time coming. It's about dang time. But I think that the deck's kind of moved on to a dark strategy where this is a great starter card, great normal summon, a great special summon, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of experimentation to see if Elemental Hero Stratos at 3 does anything crazy to the deck. I am going to be betting to say that not necessarily, but I'm excited to see it at 3. I'm excited to play with it at full power once again. And, maybe we'll be playing some Bubble Beat again. Who knows? And that'll be interesting to see. I like this a lot. I think that Elemental Stratos going to 3 is... This makes me happy. This list is alright with me. You ban Mermaid, you unlimit Stratos. And Malicious. That's the icing on the top. I'm actually more excited about Malicious because I didn't think they'd actually do it. But Stratos, it's a long time coming. But Mally and Stratos back at it again, boys. Okay, so Insector Dragonfly. Long time coming, I think, as well. I think the Insectors and the Insect decks aren't really doing a whole lot, unless you're talking about, let's say, Battle Wasps, which I think are kind of just a dumb little gimmick deck. So Insectors come back in the format, fan favorite. Okay, cool. Shuret, Strategist of the Necros. Okay, so I think Shuret coming back into the format is good. I think the Necros have had their time in the sun, and they're actually getting somewhat consistent now with the incantations coming up in the format. In addition to that, you also see these cards topping YCSs with some really skilled players out there, so I think Shuret's nice. I personally don't like playing against, I don't like personally playing against Necros all that much, but, that's pretty good. I think I'm happy for the Necros players. I'm happy for people that are playing that, and I think it'll be interesting to see how that works out. And also, speaking of which, I think Shuret was played when Rhoda was unlimited or limited or blah, 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 and that's kind of why those cards were kind of like that. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes out for that. I think it'll be just an extra consistency booster to the Necros strategy, but other than that, not necessarily too great. El Shaddai Construct. Okay, El Shaddai Construct is something that I think is fine. Shaddai's and the whole Dark Engine and playing Shaddai Fusion is that something that's more of a splashable engine now. The deck itself with Super Poly can now be played, I guess. Cool. I don't really care about that one too much, to be honest. TBH. Royal Tribute. Okay, so some few old school cards, Super Rejuvenation and Royal Tribute. Out of these two, I'm actually really curious about Royal Tribute more than anything else. Or sorry, Super Rejuvenation more than anything else. Royal Tribute, I think, is an interesting card, but I think we've been seeing that card in, correct me if I'm wrong, instead of Gravekeepers more often than not. So Gravekeepers haven't really been doing too much, so that's fine. Super Rejuvenation is interesting for me because I feel like this card, it was forbidden, and now it's a draw spell for dragons that were attributed or discarded. Because you don't know, it's kind of an old school card with that. Quick play spell, so that's kind of powerful, but we'll have to see. We will really have to see if that card does as much as I think it might, which is probably nothing. But it'll be an interesting second set of dragon decks that probably will discard a lot. Dragon Ravine kind of thing. Man, I really don't know how to feel about the card. I feel like the drawing will be interesting. People will play around with it, but I don't think we'll actually see that much competitive play outside of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, okay, so Dad's at 2. Stratos is at 3. Mally's at 3. Widow Anchor 1, weird again, and then most importantly the bans, which is Guard Dragon, Argopane, and our Mermaid. So I guess with those two, that kind of ends this ban list. A little bit of a light ban list. I like it. I like it a lot, but I think that personally speaking, that it's going to be a little bit of an interesting shift in format because a lot of the decks that were at top, Thunder Dragons, Sky Strikers, and even Orcus to an extent, didn't really get hit that much. Yes, Mermaid is banned, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the deck is dead. So we'll have to wait and see. Probably still going to be popping up at tournaments. Probably going to see a lot more of the the pure variant still popping up. So that's kind of nice. Hurts the consistency, but we'll see. Guard Dragons did take a huge hit though with Argopane. Still can turbo into other things, I'm sure. But hey, we'll just have to see. Pendulum Magicians didn't even get hit once in this list. So that kind of sucks. That's really good for, sealed only, but it's also really good for the format because I think pendulums are actually fairly manageable right now. They are kind of insane with their Endymion plays and some other things they can do, but not too broken. You also can't splash in the Guard Dragon combo now inside of it as well. It's a little more dangerous, and you also can't really splash in the Orcus in there as well, so it's going to be more of a pure thing, which is kind of nice. I can dig that. I can dig that quite a bit. So, I don't really necessarily know how to. I don't necessarily know how I feel about this list quite yet. I will be giving an analyzation of this list in a future video. If you guys want to see that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever that pops up. In addition to that, I will want to be posting my YCS deck profile for you guys. But remember, if this video gets 50 likes, I'll drop that video early. I'll drop that deck profile right quick and show you guys the spice. Anyways, let me know what you think of this ban list in the comment section down below. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? What do you guys think they should have changed? Do you guys think that they should have banned more things? Should have unlimited more things? I actually was thinking about making a video talking about things that should have been unbanned or even unlimited. Currently, Wall of Revealing Light is limited, and I did some research and I understand why, but like why? Why now? Why now still? Yeah, I don't really know. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out in the future. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you want some more, please subscribe. All my videos coming in the pipeline, so stay tuned to that if you want to. But yeah, new ban list, new me. Let's see how that works out in the format. I will see you guys in the next time. That's all I got to say about it. Peace out.